Hello and welcome to our news podcast, students. Today we have two fascinating stories. First is about a growing threat to our forest fires, why they are happening more frequently, and what is India doing to stop them. The second story, students, it takes us back in time of independent India's early days when a crucial decision was made to abolish zamindari, an old system of land ownership. So what was it? Why was it challenged in the Supreme Court? And how did it change the country? So buckle up because we have a lot to explore today. All right, students, imagine a huge forest full of tall green trees, birds chirping, and animals moving around freely. Now imagine this forest catching fire. The flames spread rapidly, trees burn down, and wildlife is forced to flee. This is not just a scary thought, it's happening more frequently than before. So, what are forest fires? Forest fires are fires that spread through forests, burning trees, plants, and sometimes even homes. And some are caused by natural events like when a lightning strike, but most are caused by human activities. People who clear the land for farming, lighting, they light campfires, or even throwing a cigarette carelessly. It can also cause fire. And in India, 90% of fires are caused by human action, right? So India में 90% of forest fire are caused by human actions. So, how bad is the situation? According to the Forest Survey of India, around 36 36% of India's forests are prone to forest fire. मतलब आप देखो कि जितने भी फॉरेस्ट है हमारे पास उसमें से 36% of country's forest cover is prone to fire. And in the last 20 years, forest fires have increased tenfold. मतलब 10 गुना बढ़ गए हैं. और सबसे ज्यादा इसमें कल्प्रिट क्या है? एक जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फैक्टर है, क्लाइमेट चेंज. Climate change is making things worse. Because of rising temperature and long dry spells, it creates a perfect condition for fires. And in states like Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, and Karnataka, they are facing frequent and intense fires. Right? So, what is the consequence? Consequence क्या है? It is mentioned in this article, in this paragraph, कि क्या क्या consequences है. सबसे पहले तो हमें पता है फॉरेस्ट फायर से सबसे मेजर जो चैलेंज है वो क्या है? लॉस ऑफ वाइल्ड लाइफ एंड बायोडाइवर्सिटी. Animals they lose their homes and some species they may even disappear forever. On the other hand, it also causes air pollution. Forest fire, it releases carbon dioxide. So it worsens the climate change. Climate change की वजह से forest fire हो रहा है और forest fire की वजह से और climate change enhance हो रहा है. और environment के साथ साथ इकोनॉमी का भी बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान होता है. इकोनॉमिक लॉस बहुत होता है. Ministry, as per the data, Ministry of Environment says that India loses around 1.74 lakh crore annually har saal every year due to forest degradation including fires. Imagine if this much money it could be invested in building in healthcare, in basic services, right? जो हमारे क्लाइमेट चेंज की वजह से जो फॉरेस्ट डिग्रेडेशन हो रहा है, अगर हम फॉरेस्ट को प्रिजर्व करेंगे तो ये जो अमाउंट है गवर्नमेंट की ये सेव होगा, राइट? एंड disruption to local communities. See, many tribal and forest dependent communities they lose their resources, अपने homes, livelihood because of the forest fire, right? तो ये सारी चीजें हैं जो फॉरेस्ट फायर की वजह से होती हैं. नाउ what is India doing about it? इंडिया क्या कर रहा है? इंडिया कुछ कर भी रहा है कि नहीं? Yes, see, government has introduced policies like National Action Plan on forest fires and forest prevention, forest fire prevention and management scheme, FFPMS. तो नेशनल एक्शन प्लान भी गवर्नमेंट लेकर आई है. उसके बाद फॉरेस्ट फायर्स एंड फॉरेस्ट फायर प्रिवेंशन एंड मैनेजमेंट स्कीम भी गवर्नमेंट लेकर आई है. एंड सम स्टेट्स लाइक तमिलनाडु एंड ओडिशा दे यूज ड्रोन्स एंड इमेजिंग कैमरास टू डिटेक्ट फायर्स अर्ली, क्योंकि अगर अर्ली स्टेज पे होगा देन इट कैन बी इजीली हैंडल्ड, right? So states such as Tamil Nadu and Odisha, they have already piloted such initiatives. In even government are finding local solution, like in Uttarakhand state self-help group, they collect pine needles and burn them before they can cause major fire. See, जो pine needles है, pine needles, they are also responsible for causing fire, forest fire, because they work as a fuel. ओके, तो जो पाइन नीडल्स है वो एक फ्यूल की तरह काम करती हैं, तो अगर थोड़ी सी स्पार्क हुई तो फटाफट इसमें आग लग जाती है. सो इन उत्तराखंड एंड हिमाचल प्रदेश सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स, प्राइमरीली women, they collect pine needles to blunt future fires. All right. And India's current forest fire alert system cannot distinguish between real fires and other types of fires. So it also causes delays in response. So that is, you can call it as a technological gap that we have in our country. Now, what more needs to be done? Government need to spend more on forest fire prevention, because it has been inconsistent. And of course, we need advanced technology like AI and satellite mapping to predict fires, कि कहाँ पर chances है कि fire यहाँ पे लग सकती है. Lastly, of course, we need community involvement. And if government is going to train local people as forest fire scouts, then they will report fires and they gonna take preventive measures, right? So forest fires, students, are not just a natural disaster. They affect our air, economy, and people's life. So we need better planning, more funds, and modern technology to fight them. All right. Now, students, let's shift our gears and travel back in time 75 years ago. All right, when India had just gained independence, the country was young, full of hope, and making big changes. One of the biggest changes was the abolition of zamindari system. But what was zamindari and why was it such a big deal? है ना, जमींदारी सिस्टम क्या था और क्यों उस टाइम पे इतना ज्यादा इतना बवाल हो रखा था और क्यों गवर्नमेंट को जरूरत पड़ी कि इसको अबॉलिश करना है. So, zamindari system, when we talk about zamindari system, it was introduced by British during colonial rules. Okay, the Britishers, when they were ruling over us, so Britishers, they introduced zamindari system. Basically, zamindars were landlords who owned large estates. So farmer had to pay rent to zamindars, who in turn pay taxes to the British government. But because of zamindari system, many farmers, they used to live in poverty, while zamindars, they grew wealthier. All right. So why was it abolished? After independence, Jawaharlal Nehru's government wanted to reduce inequality and give land to farmers. So there were certain acts introduced by the government. For example, Bihar State Management of Estates and Tenure Act. Now, as per this act, it was introduced to end zamindari. But zamindars, because they had their land, right? So they opposed this law and they went to court to challenge it. And then there was a landmark Supreme Court case. See what happened? A zamindar from Kashipur, West Bengal, Shankari Prasad Deo. Okay, Shankari Prasad Deo. He challenged the law in 1951. उसने ये जो लॉ था, बिहार का जो लॉ था, उसको चैलेंज किया. Right? And Patna High Court declared it unconstitutional, saying it violated Zamindars' rights. The government responded quickly, and Nehru passed the First Amendment Act. Okay, Nehru passed the First Amendment Act to the Constitution, First Amendment Act to the Constitution, and this amendment made land reform laws stronger. And Supreme Court eventually ruled in favor of government, ending the zamindari system. So why was this case important? Because it was the first big challenge to constitutional amendments in India. It proved that parliament had the power to change laws for social justice. कि अगर पार्लियामेंट को ठीक लगेगा तो वो सोशल जस्टिस के लिए, समाज के लिए लॉ चेंज करेगा, राइट। और ये जो केस था, इसने फ्यूचर लैंड रिफॉर्म्स में काफी ज्यादा हेल्पफुल हुआ, जिससे फार्मर्स को ऑल ओवर इंडिया में बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प मिली। Right now, the question is what happened to zamindars? See, zamindars, even after introducing laws, basically using loopholes, they continue to own land, but they lost control over farmers. Earlier, during British time, they also had control over farmers. तो लैंड तो पास रह गया, लेकिन ये था कि चलो कि फार्मर्स के ऊपर जो उनका कंट्रोल था वो खत्म हो गया, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स ड्यूरिंग ब्रिटिश रूल फार्मर्स दे फेस द ब्रंट ऑफ थ्री पार्ट्स, है ना। ब्रिटिशर्स तो थे, लैंडलॉर्ड्स तो थे, साथ में मनी लेंडर्स। तो इन तीनों के पार के चक्कर में बेचारा एक किसान बहुत ज्यादा सफर किया था उसने, राइट। तो लैंड भी चली गई थी, फार्मर के पास लैंड भी नहीं थी, ऊपर से जो वो लैंड जिसको वो फार्मिंग कहाँ पे करते थे, तो उसका टैक्स भी जो जमींदार फार्मर से कलेक्ट करता था, एंड दे यूज टू डिप्लॉय ब्रूटल tactics to basically extract this revenue from farmers. So although some zamindars they continue to own land despite introducing this act, but they lost control over farmers. And in some places like Kashipur, old zamindari families still own land, but they don't have the same kind of power like they used to have in during British time. So the case reshaped India's economy. It brought more equality in land ownership. And so we can say that the abolition of zamindari was a turning point of India. It showed how the constitution could be used to bring justice and fairness for society. say fairness लेकर आए, right? So ये चीज इसमें इस आर्टिकल में मेंशन है। जस्ट गो थ्रू इट एंड यूल अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या क्या और क्या क्या चीजेस लेकर आए थे लैंड रिफॉर्म के चलते गवर्नमेंट। तो जस्ट गो थ्रू इट। ऑल राइट, सो स्टूडेंट्स टुडे वी हैव कवर्ड टू टॉपिक्स, राइट, फॉरेस्ट फायर्स और जमींदारी एबॉलिशन। एक तो है जो ऑनगोइंग चैलेंज है, और सेकंड क्या है? यस, इट इज अ हिस्टोरिक फाइट फॉर जस्टिस, right? But both articles it show how laws, policies, and people shape our world. So forest fire reminds us why protecting the nature is urgent, and zamindari case teaches us how legal battles it change lives of the common people. So that's all for today, students. I hope you like this session. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll be back soon with more stories that matter to you. All right, bye bye.